Now I want to test you. I don't know how entrepreneurial you are. Can you count? 16. Where? Ngoja. Uyo 16 or 17, you are very ordinary. Okay, go on. How many can you see?
22.
22. Let's see. 18 to 21. Well, yes. Good observer. So someone has seen 22. Let's go on.
22.
20. 22. 24. Ah, very good. If you have seen 22 to 26, you are now entrepreneurial. So how many are there? Aye. As a mimi, you can. If my God, I've said if you have seen 26 to 26, that means they cannot be less than 26. Hey, you guys. Now tell me how many squares you can see. Entrepreneurs see what others don't see. Those are opportunities.
27.
27. Go on. Wrong. 23. You are letting us. Don't tell me anything less than 26, because then you are. There are opportunities. There are business opportunities. You people are going into that field, but I don't want to see you just counting 16, just like any other business that's ordinary. You must go beyond what others see. So if you have seen 27 to 30, then yes, you are now a real entrepreneur. So nobody saw 30. Nobody saw 30. So you are not yet an entrepreneur, but you are on the right track. Now let's see. Let's start one by one. Those are 16, isn't it?
Yes.
Those are the obvious opportunities. You go to Kimilili in the town Bungoma and you will see them there. And if you can just limit yourself by seeing those ones and not anything else, then you are not with me. You are still in my classroom. Because there can also be 2 by 2, isn't it? Look, is that a square? And that one? Some are overlapping, others, isn't it? Because some businesses are hidden. There is a business in this on this floor, but you don't know it. Somebody can come here. Interior designer can come here and actually create a job here, isn't it? Yeah. True or false? True. Yes. So, 19. Those were partly hidden, 25, isn't it? Now let's go on. There's also 3 by 3. Isn't it? Isn't that also a square? Isn't that a square? And that one. And that one. And finally, 4 by 4. So clap for me. That's how proud I am. What am I saying? What are we saying therefore? The message has been, to be entrepreneurial, you must start thinking outside the square or outside the box. You must see what otherwise may not be visible to the ordinary eye. So now let's see a business here in this room. Look at me, look at this man, look at everything here. Don't go outside this room. Tell me a business that you can create, an innovative business in this room. Look at your friends, look at me, look at Mwalimu, look, and then create one. Don't tell me table mats, because that's obvious. You are not yourself. And now see the 27th square. Anybody? Anybody? Or something that is existing, but you can improve it. Yes, my paparazzi. This thing was disturbing us, isn't it? To do it, whatever, blah, blah, eh? Mm-hmm. So suppose you put somewhere where you can, by remote, just turn it, and so that now you improve that, you put in some remote, isn't it? And then you tip down and then just, that means you have seen that there was a problem when we started doing this video, And we started trying to see which angle, whatever. Now that should teach you that suppose I go and design something like that, but it will be using, I press it there with a sensor, whatever, and then it starts moving. Then I will buy it. I'll throw away that one and buy that one because that is better than this one. Amasio.
Yes.
And I see from here. You guys won't go away from this room unless you, one from a lady, one from a gentleman.
Soap.
Yes?
Soap.
Soap?
Soap.
Soap?
Yeah.
What about soap? How has it come from here?
Ndio
Eh?
iko hapo so
Wapi?
hapo kwa kabati.
Yeah, but soap is soap, so are you going to produce soap? It's already being produced. Are you going to rival the soap makers? What about soap? Where is Kwakabati wapi? You know, I don't want Derek to, because he knows his room. I'm using the soap he's talking about. Don't boss, and he's imagining now, eh? Anyway, it's good. Please. No. Even the dresses you're putting on. Even the hairs, ladies. Give me something. Give me something. Think, yes.
Okay, people don't have, not everyone has notebooks, so you can sell notebooks and pens. Explain.
Those notebooks and pen. Okay, all you are doing is that you are moving it from the bookshop to there. So you start working with them wherever they are, conference, isn't it? Yes, now that is innovative because rather than them run to go to the bookshop, and that's how Njenga Karume started. Njenga Karume started selling pencils to his own fellow primary schools. They had a school shop, all right, but when they write, the pencils get finished, and then every time there's something in the pocket, you buy mine. And then he started selling pencils, stationery in the school. Then he grew into Jaco, and then he died a billionaire, an empire, isn't it? So that is one. Another one, lady now. But suppose we went even beyond selling, so that someone just sits and, you know, maybe on his earphone there is a flash. It's just capturing, eh? So when he goes home, he just puts into his computer and then he recycles, you know, like a memory card or something like that, isn't it? You know, opportunities here that you are not seeing generated a problem. You have seen a problem of people not being able to write. A lady? Ladies, at least one. Ladies are Hamwendi. Men will come here and men will be here. All of you. Pardon? Floor mats. Okay, which floor mats now? Okay, let's go on. In other words, you see, they are not yet entrepreneurial. They are still business people because you are talking of what is already existing. Floor mats are existing. So when you go start doing floor mats, you are competing people in floor mats, isn't it? So let's go on. Now that we have, I hope I have a secretary here. Now that we have talked about characteristics of entrepreneurs, let us now imagine who do you think in Kimililo and in Bungoma are entrepreneurs. Let's name them. Now that you have seen from where up to where we have reached, now start reflecting. Because I say, in Bungoma, in Kenya, we have more business people than entrepreneurs. At least from the characteristics, you can now reflect. You're walking that Kimilili street and you see only business people. Not many entrepreneurs. But probably now you have reflected and say, oh, therefore so and so. Give me one entrepreneur in Kenya. In Kenya. Okay, in the world. One entrepreneur in the world. Yes. What did he do? Louder, Bwana. Why are you shy? You know, you are letting down our gender. With the ladies here, man, you need evil. Okay. Tell us about him. Unaona sasa alisikia tu. Ehe. And in the world, yes? Tell us about Steve Jobs.
Invented Apple software for Apple devices.
And if you read how he did it, you will be inspired, isn't you? Now we are moving from the world. We are coming to my secretary. You are writing? Yes, you are right. Chicago is my Chicago. Yes, you are my secretary. So the two. You say it.
Said
Warren Buffett will tell us about it, and you say Steve Jobs. Now in Africa, now let's come. The world. Let's come to Africa and entrepreneur in Africa. Any in Africa, you guys don't any entrepreneur in Africa? Hey? How about that Nigerian? Dangote, is that businessman or an entrepreneur? Businessman, okay. Now, any entrepreneur in Africa? Okay, let's come to Kenya. An entrepreneur in Kenya? So we are going to be our role models. You guys are just going to go to business like others. I want you to say, this is an entrepreneur in Kenya. I want to emulate them or I want to better them. In Kenya, an entrepreneur, at least 1, 2.
Professor Buisa.
Me, I'm a professor. Okay. In terms of teaching and innovative teaching and examinations and all that, you are right. Because I don't do it like anybody else. But entrepreneur, let's say in the business field, or anywhere, even in politics, in religion, in whatever, because entrepreneurs are all over.
Michelle Mtalani.
Oh, tell me about that one. Michelle?
Mtalani.
What, Kenya?
Yes.
What did she do?
She started inventing hair products.
Hair product, I need to read about that one, okay? Good. And one more in Kenya, because we have to come back up to Western and come to Bungoma and come to Kimilili. Yes? Kuda. That one I don't know him also. Or her. Kuda. What, tell us about Kenyan or Bungoma? Kenyan, what, okay, tell us about it. About her or him. Beauty product. Of course, ladies, you know where they are. Yes. Another Kenyan entrepreneur. If you cannot get Kenyan, will you ever get Bungoma? And then Kimilili? Kenyatta. There is a difference between entrepreneur. Which Kenyatta? The Mzee or the current president? How entrepreneurial is he? What makes you think he's an entrepreneur? I have not yet put him on my list of entrepreneurs, but if I know it, I'll do that. I have not put him on my list of entrepreneurs.
This guy invented M-Pesa, I don't know, I've forgotten the name.
Who invented M-Pesa? You know, there's a dispute. There's a Nigerian who said that Safaricom stole from him. People have, so I don't know. That dispute might, but if you know him,
I've forgotten the name.
okay. University of Nairobi, we have many boys entrepreneurs. There are boys who have brought up many things. There's someone who is not making, you charge your telephone, a shoe that when you walk, then it's charging your telephone, isn't it? There are boys in Nairobi University who are Jomo Kenyatta University. You have just recently in this COVID, ventilators you have, and we are not talking about it. Okay, you don't know the name. Okay, now we have left Kenya because you'll go Manu Chandaria, because people will dispute Chris Ruby, the people whatever, no, Lena Ruto, not the Ruto, the vice president. There is this lady left state is doing now plastic poles, you know, from recycling plastics and making fencing poles and all that. Quite a number. Let's come to Western. Entrepreneur in Western?
Jacob Juma.
Who?
Jacob Juma. Where is
Jacob Juma, the late.
yes.
How was he entrepreneurial? What did he do entrepreneurship?
He had some limited companies doing
The fact that you have a company does not necessarily mean you are an entrepreneur. But maybe if we can dig out something innovative that he did, then so you do some work on Jacob Chuma and bring up the entrepreneurship in Jacob Chuma.
Okay.
Yes.
About JJ Jacob Juma,
Mm.
he discovered some new mineral in Taita. So he bought farms there. Then he got foreign investors from New York and abroad to come and buy stocks in his company. And that's how he made his fortunes.
Okay. You remember, okay, there's still this, you remember discovering and purposeful, isn't it? Discovery is stumbling over something that's already existing, isn't it? That, so a discovery, but still in dispute, that entrepreneurs don't discover, but you can argue, isn't it? So that if you purposefully wanted it, yes, you go ahead.
Okay, but discovering that's not entrepreneurial, but now inviting foreign investors
Correct.
to come and buy shares.
That
in
is
his
right.
company.
The method, because you are going to have a business model, isn't it? Bringing up a method of bringing in those, you know, the way, it's like customer care. I can be very entrepreneurial, go to one bank, and the way they treat you is not the same way as other treat, isn't it? So we focus on that. Because the minerals were there, then he said, this is an opportunity, but how can we exploit it? Now the method of exploiting was entrepreneurial. Good. Any other now in Bungoma? Western? Bungoma? Okay, Kimilili? British. Which is British? Oh, the politician.
Joseph, I don't know, Joseph somebody.
The politician, the MCA.
Yes.
Okay, I need to understand how he's entrepreneurial. I've seen him, like when there was COVID here, he's the one who brought up those loudspeakers and moving around the whatever. That was very, in fact, we debated with, you know, the fact that he was disseminating information, useful information. But his end was, you know, some people are even saying that he's only doing it in word, in his word, Kimilili word. But I hate Kimilili being a town. When you go, the population of Kimilili during daytime is composed of people from all other sub-counties, isn't it? So the information, so we can dispute that, okay. I mean, we can discuss that. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have entrepreneurs, that's why you don't know them. And my statement that we have more business people than they are, I thought you were going to say Risiki, I don't know what, but you see, because you have seen the characteristics, and you cannot imagine whom to. So I want you guys to be now the entrepreneurs of community. Because you don't have them. You can't tell me one. In Africa, you counted me 2, 3. In fact, you didn't count for me anybody. In Kenya, you are struggling to count. Because that's the truth. That we have more business people than there are entrepreneurs. And therefore, I want you to be now the entrepreneurs of this constituency, of this ward, of this county. So, that page remains blank. Next time we're meeting here, I want it filled. Entrepreneurs see opportunities where others see problems. What's a problem? What's a problem? Something that they define a problem. Define for me a problem. A stumbling block. You see, cheap questions are very difficult to answer. But the difficult questions are easier to answer. Now that this gentleman is disputing in his head, let us ask him a cheap question. And we give him just 3 seconds to answer, isn't it? My friend, define for us a boy. As your way, define a boy. A young man. So I'm a boy. To my grandfather, I'm young. Yeah. This gentleman, this learned friend will always argue. If he's going to defend me, say yes. Depends on where you're standing from, isn't it? So that can be disputed all over. But when you see a boy, you know him, isn't it? I'm proving that simple questions can be very difficult to answer. Okay? But if what are you doing? Which university? Eh? What are you doing? Economics. If I tell you what's demand, you'll give me very quick answer. But when I say what's a boy, you struggle, isn't it? So, a problem. Somebody has said stumbling block.
Tough situation.
Pardon?
A tough situation.
A tough situation.
A difficult.
A difficult.
Opportunity for entrepreneur.
An opportunity or a deficiency that needs something that needs solving. And it has a possible solution. If there is no possible solution, it's not even a problem. Because a problem for you, for us entrepreneurs, a problem that the consumers are facing must have a possible solution. So you're going to dig out that good solution for them. But if there's no solution, why are you going to invest in it? If you are not going to be the solution. So for us, a problem is that deficiency. Stumbling block, like I said, for which there is a possible solution. And you are going now to look at it and bring out that solution. Now, let's look at a set of, tell me any problems in Bungoma. One? You have no problems? Okay, let me ask you, why do you want to form this organization? Why are you forming this entrepreneur group? What motivates you? Pardon? There is a soprano here. Can that soprano come out? What was it? You want to be rich. So you have a problem of poverty. You know you are here, you are poor, you want to be here to be rich, isn't it? And let's face it. She's very, very bold and factual. Any other? Somebody wants to occupy themselves. When they are idle. Now that idleness is a problem. They want something that can, a problem is a situation that needs some improvement and for which there is. So now, problems in Bungoma. You are facing no problems? Power blackouts, roads, floods. Which one would you think is the major problem in Bungoma? Security. Security can't be a problem. It must be insecurity. Okay? Fine. All those are problems. Me, I took poverty for purposes of justice. Now, when you say there is poverty in Bungoma, there is a method I'm going to introduce to you, but we can talk about later. You can participate in, as a group, as this youth, whatever, you can participate in solving that problem. You can come up with solutions. It is multifaceted, but, like now, I'm imagining there is rural-urban drift. What to come, like you people, when you graduate, you want to go to Nairobi to look for a job. And therefore, that brain drain, steals all the brains within, and then we have many people going out, like Buisa teaching over there. They went that one, and also inadequate education. Those two problems lead to undiversified agriculture. The lying reason why you are a group, isn't it? The motive is down there that makes you. So what we see is a symptom, and many things, those insecurity, what is a symptom of, what is the cause of insecurity? Poverty again, isn't it? So when you see a problem that will contribute towards alleviating poverty, looking at it, what project would you want to? Just construct any here. Where would you want to play? Because you have a role to play here. I know you don't want to go here, okay. We governance, maybe, because I don't want to go politics, but Anything here? Design anything? Pardon? Come on, louder. Now let's design a project for it. You, as the youth here, you are going to form, you are design a project to fight poor agricultural practices, isn't you? Yeah? Can come up with an app where farmers can go and get information, isn't it? Yeah, but, or you can go out and have, this is an extension, like you are an extension group, extension society, whatever. You know, you specialize in that and you go, yes. I told you I'm a chairman of African Agribusiness Incubators Network. And we have been in Zambia, youth who have just an app, they say, I think they call it cow something. It's just focusing on dairy farmers, guys like you, blah, blah. So you can see that will contribute towards alleviating poverty. Looking at it, what project would you want to? Just construct any here. Where would you want to play? Because you have a role to play here. I know you don't want to go here, okay, we governance maybe because I don't want to go politics, but anything here? Design anything? Pardon? Come on, louder. Now let's design a project for it. You, as the youth here, you are going to form, you are design a project to fight poor agricultural practices, isn't you? Yeah? Can come up with an app where farmers can go and get information, isn't it? Yeah, but, or you can go out and have, this is an extension, like you are an extension group, extension society, whatever. You know, you specialize in that and you go, yes. I told you I'm a chairman of African Agribusiness Incubators Network. And we have been in Zambia, youth who have just an app, they say, I think they call it cow something. It's just focusing on dairy farmers, guys like you, blah, blah. So you can see a role to play here. I know you don't want to go here, okay, we governance maybe because I don't want to go politics, but anything here? Design anything? Pardon?